You ever wonder what's really going on when you send an email or click on a website? It feels like magic, right? But it's not. It's actually just a conversation. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on computer networking, but forget about some boring technical lecture. We're going to look at this as a story, the story of how machines actually talk to each other.
Welcome to Super Courseva. Unlock the secrets of the internet and master computer networking. Let's dive in.
All right, let's just start with this core idea right here, because honestly, the only thing you really need to bring to the table isn't some fancy degree or a special background. It's just curiosity, that simple, powerful desire to know how things actually work. That's it. And you know that curiosity? That's exactly where our story really begins. Because behind every single one of these complex systems, there's a human story. A story of someone who just wanted to see what was inside the box.
So meet Victor Escobedo. Now, he wasn't some prodigy from a family of tech geniuses. He was a first-generation Mexican-American kid, and his dad was a mechanical engineer. And when he was 9, just 9 years old, he did something I think a lot of us wanted to do. He opened up the family computer, much to his dad's dismay, I'm sure. He just wanted to see how it worked. He didn't have any mentors, no family in the tech world. It was just pure, unfiltered curiosity.
And that right there, that really gets to the heart of it. This is the mindset that drives the entire IT field. It's not just about knowing that something works, it's about that burning need to understand how it works. If that sounds anything like you, well, you're already thinking like an IT pro. Okay, so with that spirit of curiosity, let's dive in. We're going to try and unlock the secret language of the internet, but we're going to do it by looking at it through a really human lens. Let's just be honest for a second. The word networking? It sounds kind of scary, right? Super technical, super intimidating, but what if we just threw that idea out? Because at its core, computer networking isn't some crazy abstract concept. It's really just a conversation. And this analogy, it works so well when you break it down. Think about it. For us to talk, we need a shared language, right? English, Spanish, whatever. For computers, those are just shared standards. You know how you might ask someone, hey, did you hear what I said? Well, computers do that too, with confirmation checks. And we have social rules for talking. We say hello, we say goodbye. Computers have the exact same thing, but they're called protocols. It's just a set of rules to keep the conversation from falling apart. So now, keeping that conversation idea in mind, look at this formal definition. The full scope of how computers ensure they can hear and understand each other using protocols. See? It sounds a lot less scary now, doesn't it? It's just about making sure the machines can have a clear conversation that follows the rules. Okay, so if networking is a conversation, how in the world is it organized? I mean, it's not just one big, chaotic shouting match. There's a structure to it, a kind of map that lays out exactly how information gets from here to there. So the big question is, what does that map even look like? How do you take something as massive and complex as the internet and break it down into a structure we can actually understand and, fix when it breaks? And the answer is this, the TCP/IP 5-layer model. Now, don't let the name intimidate you. It's just a way of stacking up the jobs into different layers. So way down at the bottom, you have layer 1, the physical layer. That's literally the cable, the physical connection. And way up at the top, layer 5, the application layer, that's the thing you're actually using, like your email. The layers in between do all the important work. The network layer, think of it like a digital mail carrier, finding the best route for your data. And the transport layer, that's like a proofreader, making sure all the little pieces of your message show up in the right order and that nothing got lost along the way. Each layer has one job, and they all work together. And the logic behind it all is actually super simple. Each layer completely depends on the one right below it. The physical cable has to work for the email to get sent. Simple as that. You can't have a conversation without the air for sound to travel through, and you can't have an internet without the physical stuff. If the bottom layers fail, everything on top just crashes. Which brings us to the most important question. Why does any of this matter? Why learn this map? Well, it's about making a shift from being someone who just uses the internet to being the person who understands it. And more importantly, the person who can fix it when it breaks. Because once you get this layered map, you basically unlock some new abilities. You can explain how the entire system works. You start to understand those things that seem like magic, like DNS, which is really just the internet's phone book. And the most powerful thing of all, you'll know where to start looking when the conversation breaks down. And that's what it all comes back to, isn't it? When the world grinds to a halt because the internet is down, it's not magic that fixes it. It's someone who understands this map, who gets the layers, and who knows how to get the machines talking again. It's up to them to fix the conversation. And the first step to becoming that person? Well, it all starts with just a little bit of curiosity.